60 Minutes of Art. Hello, my name is Jonathan Nguyen, and I'm the founder and CEO of the nonprofit organization 60 Minutes of Art. 60 Minutes of Art is a nonprofit organization which takes the visual and performing arts into inner city neighborhoods which have either had their arts funding cut or non-existent. Through this program, we allow children ages 6 through 13 to experience art in a hands-on and comforting setting which allows them to do this art on their leisure time. Prime example, Jada. Jada was a 6-year-old little girl who went to Williams Park as an after-school activity. Upon sitting down with Jada, I found that she was very standoffish to me. I sat down and I said, "Jada, what's wrong?" And she said she didn't want to speak to me. I said, "Okay, at least let me sit here." She said, "Okay." Upon speaking with her, I got her to finally sit down and start to write. I said, "Write me something. Tell me a little bit about you. If you won't speak to me, write it." So she began to write and write and write. And after about 10 minutes, I saw that she started to crack a little bit. And I noticed a tear roll down her eye. And I said, "What's wrong?" And she continued to write. About 5 minutes later, I noticed that she had started to cry. She was in a full-blown cry. And I said, "Jada, what's wrong?" And she stopped and she sobbed. And she said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." And I said, "It's okay, talk to me." She began to explain to me that at home, her mom was a stay-at-home mom and her dad worked. But she had 7 brothers and sisters, and with her dad's income, she didn't eat often. She began to talk to me, and I told her I understand. And I began to tell her my story. How when I was in my junior year of high school, my family and we became homeless. I led her to understand that she was not alone. In her understanding that she was not alone, she also expressed to me that through her writing, someone was hearing her. She was finally becoming understood. Someone was finally taking the opportunity to find out what was wrong with Jada. And she thanked me for it. Upon leaving that session that evening, I went home to reflect. And I came to realize that 60 Minutes of Art was something that not only did I find necessary, but the students in which that were involved with the program also found to be necessary. Why? Because it was their outlet. Through art, they were able to tell people what was wrong. I returned back to Jada. Upon visiting her 2 weeks later, Jada had turned into a completely different person. Upon seeing me, she embraced me like I had never seen before. Upon sitting down with her, she began to talk and talk and talk and talk. And she said that through art, she was able to write and channel those feelings. And that's really what 60 Minutes of Art is all about. Giving voiceless people the voice, voiceless children a voice, allowing them to know that through art they can channel themselves, whether they're listening to themselves or they're allowing someone else to hear. With this, I say art is an extremely important part of life, as it is necessary to be heard.